So we're a Australian-based digital transformation agency and provide end-to-end services from design to development, maintenance, and build world first using creative technology. So I have a kind of two-part question, but exactly on, I suppose, the theme that you were talking, Ari. So obviously we're in holiday season, especially down in Australia, summer holidays and Christmas coming up. Is there any particular way or signs? You've mentioned diffusing and obviously building trust, but is there any other tips you can give on how you can spot a genuine delaying excuse versus, tire kicking, or before someone turns, into business ghosting?
Well, this goes back to, like, you're right, what I mentioned, which is getting to the truth, meaning you have to know within yourself if it's a smoke bomb or it's real. You have to know internally if you can tell you're hearing a typical objection like, we're not ready yet, we want to think about it. What you have to do is not accept their premise as true. You have to help them feel comfortable telling you everything around what they just told you. So if they say to you, Rob, we don't quite have the budget yet to move this thing forward, you might say, can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Okay.
As opposed to, oh, okay, then we'll talk next year when you get the budget. See, most people assume when they hear something like that, that's the end of the process. And it might be, once you fully understand the totality of the context to what they just said, right? So they might say, well, with our budget alone, we don't have enough, or we're waiting for that budget to come in, or then you can say, okay, no problem. Now I understand. What's your timing on that you think might be the right time that would fit you to make this work? See, what happens is they typically give you a phrase to have you step back because they don't want to be pressured. But by you diffusing and re-engaging without pressure, but opening up the back door and saying, can you tell me more about that context around that? It's amazing what's revealed from that. That makes sense?
Yeah. No, it does. And the second part to that is that obviously those, they're listening and trying to get that out of them is hopefully you never get to that point. But if you do get ghosted, are there any kind of final ideas or suggestions? Because obviously everyone's bombarded with comms from text to email to SMS. Is there, or maybe speaking to a colleague, is there any kind of checklist on how you kind of, finally, are they ghosting you for a real reason, or is it just they're smashed and you found another path? Is there a checklist around that?
Look, the best way, there's multiple layers of how to keep people top of mind to re-engage them again. But the shortest route around your scenario you just mentioned to me to find out the truth of where they're at is a phone call. Assume you get them on the phone. It kind of goes like this. Let's just say the gentleman was Mark, who's your contact. Hi, Mark, it's Ari here. Hope you're well. Listen, I've been thinking about our conversation. That's the first thing you say. And they kind of go, huh? You're thinking about, like, me? And yeah, you've been thinking about the previous conversations you had. And I'm just giving you a ring, giving you a call to see. Because I recall when we spoke originally, your issues were X, Y, and Z. And you lay out the original problem that came to you for in the first place. And I'm just curious to see if that was resolved and you're able to move forward on that, and that was all resolved and taken care of and the project is done. Is that all taken care of for you? It's like the doctor calling to saying, how's your shoulder going? Is it still painful? Does it still hurt? He's not calling to say you're taking your medicine. Do you want the medicine? You should have the medicine. Take the medicine. He's saying, how's the shoulder going? Same concept for you, Rob, is that you have to call and reorient the conversation around their original problem they're trying to solve. That way, their perception is not you chasing the sale.
Yeah. And I think that goes to, a lot of what you talk about is giving that space for people to jump into. It's very easy to rush at everything, but if you can give them the space and they jump in the hole, the space, whatever, then obviously you learn heaps. So
when they feel that you're not trying to fill the space up with empty air of selling, they automatically gravitate to you. When they sense you're trying to move things forward, they pull back. That's the irony of all this. So really the overall lesson here and takeaway is let go of the sale and focus only on their problem. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you, Ari.